Hey, welcome to Kaspa Daily Pulse. Here's what the Kaspa community's been buzzing about today. First up, the biggest thing people actually seem to care about was the latest dev-side progress and how it's being communicated. The mood was that Kaspa's release notes and public updates are getting way better. Not just more frequent, but more useful. And under that, the standout point was how a newer flow around Virtual Chain v2 seems to make integrations a lot simpler. One person broke it down pretty clearly. What used to take 3 separate pipelines can now be handled in a single flow, with one estimate saying code for that section could drop by around 75%. So yeah, less duct tape, less pain, more builder-friendly momentum. Second, there was a real conversation around communication itself. A few people pushed back on the idea that Kaspa has been voiceless, saying core contributors and community accounts have actually been putting in way more effort lately to explain what's being built. That doesn't mean everyone loved the messaging. Some still called parts of the release notes fluffy or too vague, but the broader vibe was that communication quality has improved by a lot, and people are noticing.
Third, price chat was everywhere, but the sentiment was split between exhaustion and stubborn conviction. The rough range people kept circling was about 2.6 to 3.4 cents, with several comments calling that zone stronger support than expected. At the same time, there was a ton of fatigue. People joking about Kas being a 3-cent stablecoin, saying the bleed has been brutal, and wondering whether 3 cents is a buy or a sell. But even with all that, a lot of holders were still talking about accumulating every week, refusing to sell and staying bullish long-term. Fourth, there was some meaningful debate around governance and voting concentration in Igra. The headline concern? 3 wallets controlling about 70% of the voting power. That led to people calling the whole thing governance theater, and saying proposals feel pointless for smaller holders. Others pushed back and said a proposal on the table could reduce that imbalance significantly. So the issue wasn't just drama, it was a real fairness and decentralization discussion. And one last quick hit, Kaspa.com is ready for silverscript, got called out as a genuinely bullish development. Short line, but it definitely caught attention. That's it for today's Pulse. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Catch you then.